Yeah, hello and good afternoon or good evening, DC. How are you tonight? This afternoon.
Great, thanks. So on my side, lunch break and time for having great people in our rebuild show. The format here, we want to present community projects and especially before voting rounds. And today we have the absolutely winner on Reddit regarding upvotes, the Accelerator guys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we're really looking forward to present you those guys. We're gonna jump right in and give them the stage here. So the idea is really to give them like the possibility to present their project. They've got four community fund proposals in one. That's absolutely we never seen this before. That one team offers us four projects to choose from, and we're gonna talk about all of those a little bit. And let's make the best out of it. So, guys, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? Everybody
Good.
ready?
Hello, Mark.
Thanks for having us.
Hello, Daniel.
Cool.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
So nice to see you guys. Hey, Ben has been, I think, on a video before. I think most people have seen Ben. Lazar is really a brand new face, I think, here. Maybe, guys, maybe you start with a very quick introduction who you are for the people who don't know you yet.
Maybe
Yeah,
because
Lasse.
some people already know, but then I will start. So, yeah, I'm Lazar, and I'm coming from Serbia, Belgrade. For the past couple of years, I've been living in Germany, where I'm working as a game artist, or my latest experiences were exclusively in games industry. And some of the people from the community actually might already know me as creator of Jelly. So this is, I guess, important thing to note. And yeah, I'm also invested in DeFiChain for, I think, almost a year right now. And yeah, that's I was until like past couple of months, I was quite quiet in the community, but here I am now speaking. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Thanks, Lazar. Okay, nice to meet you finally. Heard a lot of good things about you. Ben, quick one for the ones
Yeah,
who
so
haven't met you yet.
yeah, maybe some people don't know me yet. I'm like one of the starting members of the Accelerator team. I'm also the old guy in the team. I'm working in marketing. I think everybody knows that by now, and have been doing this for quite a while now. And yeah, I've started that whole DeFi chain thing last year with Santiago and other people in the team. And yeah, I think I've been invested and aware of DeFi chain since end of 2020, I think. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, something like that. And so, yeah, a lot of great stuff ahead of us.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks for the intro. Hey guys, we're a little bit under time pressure and we've got so much to cover. Maybe we decided before in our little call that we said you guys gonna present very quickly all your four CFPs that you have up for voting, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna go into a couple of more fundamental questions. Do you wanna start
Yeah.
with presenting those? Cool.
Sure. Yes. So, as most people are probably aware, we have four CFPs. The first one is the biggest one and also the most important one. It contains like everything about PR, which we think is the fundamental of every marketing approach you should ever do, independent of the industry and the strategy. And the influencers, which we had a lot of discussions about, and we will probably discuss this further down in this meeting here as well. And then it contains our salaries. Obviously, we cannot do this for free. We want to put like a lot of dedication into that. And yeah, the guerrilla marketing approach that we kind of share the pool with the influencers, which we think is important to give us a little bit of freedom when we see possibilities ahead down the road, to have the flexibility to jump on something when we see there is like a high reward situation for us. Yeah. And then we have the second CFP, which is the Brave campaign. I think there's not a lot of things to explain about that. We run a Brave ad already end of last year, very successful. But as with everything in marketing, you have to do these things repetitively. So people are really think about like, oh, what is that? I saw it once and now I see it again. Maybe I click on it. It sounds exciting. and that's the idea we have with Brave, to have like 6 campaigns running this time, and they get like complemented by the push notifications. And then on the third CFP, we have the airdrop, which we were a bit critical in the beginning, but I think from what we've heard and what it offers is a very like actually low risk and high reward situation for DeFiChain, where we can gain a lot of momentum, new followers and stuff like that, with like a, compared to other marketing measures, a low budget. So this is also very exciting. And then the learn and earn component that as a fourth CFP, where we want to produce, we're very confident that it's going to be like probably the best tutorials series on the platform. And this takes time and money, and we need to work with external people, and therefore we have allocated a little budget for that, $30,000. So and then the whole campaign itself will then follow up later this year, probably in May, with everything running, and there will be another CFP then. Yeah. So
maybe for learn and earn, we could add one more thing that we actually already started working on it. We already have the storyboard, and you can actually check it out in our presentation. So you have like a glimpse of what is going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I think this is a quick overview. Yeah.
Okay. And if I summarize it, there's one combination of voting which is not really the way you should go. First CFP with no and any other with yes is a combination which makes no sense, right? Because the first CFP is the main one, all the other will not come.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think we try to explain that, and we cannot do this like all the CFPs require a lot of work and a lot of commitment, and therefore we put like our part of the commitment into the first CFP. So this is crucial for us, and it would obviously be a worst case scenario if the first one doesn't get approved, but the other ones will. And this will this not what should happen actually. No.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Fully understand. Makes a lot of sense. I think everybody should understand that if you guys dedicate 100% of your time, you're gonna have to be also paid for this project. I think we discussed this before. It's like you cannot work on a 2-month basis and looking for a new job in the worst case that it's not get funded again. So I think you need the peace of mind that you can really focus on the project and can go full steam ahead, because there have been questions out there. Why have we have to be funded over a longer period of time? But I think that's a very good answer to the problem. You need your head free to really move on and forward.
Yeah. Well, maybe some people can do that and work on a 2-month commitment, but it's difficult for others, and it puts a lot of super stress on you. And what are the figures that get measured so you will get another salary payment? I think it's difficult in marketing to do something in a 2-month basis. It's just some things take time to build up, and then at a certain point you see the effects of it, and yeah.
Fully understood. Cool. DC.
Okay. Yeah, then if we have now a look on the voting round, voting starts next week, finish is the week after the next week. When will you start after CFP would be voted with yes? What is the timeline? I saw it in Reddit, on the Reddit post, but maybe you can explain a little bit the steps after the voting. So if you successfully won the CFP, what will happen when?
So I can maybe just start by saying that I'm basically saying that we already started working on it, so that there's no question about it. But when it comes to effective execution of the next CFPs and the next steps, it's gonna be the next day. Actually, we could also say like very first day when we got accepted. So we are very motivated and very excited to start working on it. It's like I just can't wait to say it officially. We're on.
Yeah. So we basically have for the agencies we work with, we have the contracts already there, and we just need to sign them. But we cannot sign them before we have approval for funding. But yeah, this will happen basically right away.
Okay, cool. Guys, I read a lot. I mean, there are a lot of people who are really convinced that you have a great approach and you're a great team. I just want to ask you, maybe that people hear your answer out there. Why you? Why should people vote for you as a team? Why should people give you their vote of confidence, their trust in your team that you can really execute all these amazing things that you laid out? Because execution is crucial. Coming up with a plan is easy, right? Why should people vote for you?
So
Ben,
yeah, it's a
will you
very
be the
good
honor?
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good question. I think it's obviously something that is also, well, we prepared the strategy, and we have an amazing team, like with the 3 people of us, and we have like a broad skill set available. But in the end, it's up to anybody to decide whether we are right or wrong. There is no clear answer why us. I think we have a very high confidence in the strategy we mapped out, and in the success of the strategy. And I think we have the skills there. And if we don't have the skills, we know the people that bring the skills into the team. So I'm very confident, no matter what the challenge will be for the marketing with us, even if it comes like to big sponsorships. Yeah, you guys know that we can get things like that going. And yeah, I don't know. In the end, it's up to the voters or the masternode owners to make a decision on that. But I think I can only speak for myself and for our team that we feel very confident and super excited and super motivated to get this going. And yeah.
Lazar, why?
So maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. So from my perspective, like as I also told you before, Mark, when we chatted about this, like I feel all of this that happened is kind of by chance, you know, and it's quite accidental, and that I ended up in the Accelerator team. But and I couldn't, imagine the better team, or like the better team that is put together better way if I was to cherry pick the team members. Like it's almost impossible when you think about it, that purely by chance I ended up in such an awesome team. And I can tell you that we have like a great synergy, and this is what is personally giving me the confidence that we will have something great as an output. And I think this is really important for people to know, that we have a great team.
Yeah.
And that's a starting point.
And it's about trust and skills itself, like to have, because there will be a huge load of work that will come up over the next 12 months if it succeeds. And I need to trust Lazar in his abilities, and Santiago, and they need to trust in myself, because we cannot, like, it's not the case that everybody of us will always attend all the meetings. We need to like split up tasks, because otherwise we won't be able to handle it. And I'm very confident with the people I have on board in the team that we can do that. And yeah, and it also shows, like what Lazar said, there is no, like, I haven't been like, I don't feel like I had a head start in the community. So I didn't start with any credits on my bank account. And we started this last year, and we started working. We proved the point that we can do it. We worked with agencies, we worked with influencers, and nothing, like, obviously there is way of improvement. And we said that just because with the budget we had last time, there were no long-term commitments we could do. So it was always like, most of the time it was just prove the point, and create some materials. But yeah, I think everybody has the opportunity to do this in the community. And I think this is the great thing about DeFiChain, that everybody could come up with a strategy and ask the community what they think about it. And that's what we did. And here we are.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. You also mentioned before, you are more or less the execution of the marketing campaign. Yeah, you are now the guys doing the job. It's not a project on your own. You want to bring DeFiChain as a complete community forward. Maybe a question regarding this direction. So if someone is out there, maybe not 100% working for marketing like you, but want to help, how can we help you as a team or support you, not only from the voting side now, but further on? Yeah.
So yeah, obviously this is something very important. Like it's not going to be solely us doing marketing. It's going to be the community. We had this chat in the team. It's something like we as a DeFiChain community, we're having a great party, and the Accelerator team is looking for getting like a lot of people into the club, and then it's everybody's job to serve wine and beer and get the people excited about it. And I think there is always like, and everybody can always text us. Like we're just like people on Twitter, and if there are ideas, and we already received a few DMs, and we're talking with people, and yeah, always come up with ideas. We have like our Accelerator Telegram chat where we discussed like crazy things. Like there was an idea lately coming up, and people were saying like, why you not like leasing a Tesla, putting like a wrap of DeFiChain on it, and then sending it around Europe, placing it on hotspots so people see it. And so yeah, we pick these things up, and everybody can participate. Yeah, sure.
And maybe to add to this, like again, to emphasize, or to use this moment to emphasize that we treat a fourth, like our fourth team member is actually community. So actually we are here to talk to the community and to basically get some great ideas out of it. And yeah.
So there's of course going to be also criticism, right? So sorry if I sound like in a job interview right now, but there's not everybody also is going to be happy, right? And a lot of people, we've seen this in other projects, like if a project gets funded, then everybody feels like you owe them, right? So they are your boss, they pay you. I think that's a big challenge, especially what you've taken on, because I think everybody was gung-ho, we need marketing, but nobody stood up. So I really like that you guys stood up and said, okay, we're gonna expose ourselves to that criticism as well. How are we gonna deal with that? Because there's not always gonna be like roses and thanks and kisses, especially if the market goes down. They're gonna make you responsible, like the price not going up, guys, your marketing sucks. So how do you feel about that? I think it's a lot, that could be a lot of pressure for you guys.
So maybe I start first with my impression on that.
Go ahead.
So I think that the community, as far as I've heard, like there were these ups and downs. I see the Telegram chats. Especially when it's going down, people get like a bit angry and like, what is going on? Like road to 50 cent and whatever is coming up. Then people get very creative on the way up, but also creative on the way down. And I think I don't know like what to expect. I hope in the end, like after a year, if we not like hit the nail on the spot as we promised, like I'm not gonna get assassinated. This is what I hope. But I think like, yeah, we can always have a discussion, and we said like we will have Twitter spaces regularly, and we hope people tell us when they think like we're going completely down the wrong road before this happens. And in the end, as I said, like it's like if the market goes down, there is probably not a lot of stuff we can do against that. Like you see other projects, like look at crypto.com, they spend like hundreds of millions for marketing, but they still crashed. So it's there's nothing we can do when this happens. But what we can do is we can change the fundamentals, and that's what we try to define with the KPIs, things that can increase independent of the value of the coin. And this is what we are definitely looking for. And if there is a bear market the whole year, yeah, I think people need to get comfortable with. But as I said, it's like a bow and an arrow. Like you build a lot of tension in the bow, and with marketing, and then the moment the bull market starts, you fire out the arrow, and then people are going crazy, because then you overtake all the other projects that didn't do anything in marketing, because you have the exciting crew and the community behind you that like they liked it already when everything was down. So when it goes up, they go nuts. And I think this is what we try to do. But yeah.
Nothing more to add on this. I think like Ben wrapped it up quite well in my opinion. I don't have a lot to add, but maybe just to say we're all aware in the team that, you know, this is probably gonna be like something. How do I say it? Like it's not gonna come as surprise. Let's say it like that. If you know, bear market happens, and then, you know, there is a lot of people that are not happy with us. it's not going to be surprised. We're going to talk to the people. This is what I want to say. We also have like a monthly report to the community that through which we're going to show the KPIs and how we're actually performing. And we do have some measurements that we can track, and and also on top of that, we will ask people, okay, what can we do better? This is also important thing to note. Like, we will have ongoing communication with the DeFiChain community. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Mark, should we show one question from the chat? Günther Stendecke.
Let me see.
Maybe the guys can answer so that we just have one or two questions.
Are there any ideas?
Yeah, right. This
Okay,
one.
got it. Sorry, guys, if it's over your head here. Are there any ideas and resources how do you encourage your practical, effective use case? For example, investing strategies that are already possible on DeFiChain. You want me to flash it again? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Maybe you can keep it. Yeah.
Yeah, I try.
So I'm not sure if I understand that correct. So I think what you mean by that is like if we create like marketing materials for people to know how to invest properly in DeFiChain, or maybe I get that wrong.
Like I understand the question is more like, so I think these use cases would be like really investing in D tokens / stocks that we don't want to name. So that we bring, so I think at the moment we are building a car. I always say we're all mechanics, right? We put the engine under the hood, but now it's really about starting to drive. And I think Günther refers to this driving part. Now it's out there. We want to drive around and really, how is investing as a use case possible?
Yes.
What are you planning?
As an additional comment, yeah. More practical, yeah. How bring you the content to the people in an easy way? I think this will tackle your learn and earn campaign.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is definitely something we will do to look at the finance aspect of DeFiChain, which is the core essence of the marketing. It's like, how can people leverage that, and what is the benefit for people to use that instead of a broker or something like that, and how to use it, because I'm sure like everybody knows that it's not that straightforward yet to get into blockchain investments, and we obviously will work on that to see what the ideal customer journey will be. Yeah.
Actually, we are right now, like I think in a couple of days, we're going to share with the community the explanatory video that we produced with one of the studios. So yeah, there is some to come already.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot that we have to make simple, right? So I really liked what I did with your, I don't know how you call this one page when you did the Brave campaign, like these 5 steps, how to get in DeFiChain, how to buy DFI, so these things to make it really simple to get in. I think that's, but you showed that you are very capable of putting something like this together.
Yeah.
I like that. Good. Cool. Clara asks, and maybe another one here, lots of material available, better resources hub, resources awareness for marketing team is needed, ?
Lots of material. So I think maybe I got to get this wrong again, but I think we will have on the DeFiChain Accelerator website, defichain.ac, we will have we will work on that website to improve like the experience on that, and we will also provide materials there like the jelly or wallpapers or things that other people can use on social media to promote DeFiChain. And I think the other one was awareness about our team. I think we have now building up our channels. Our Twitter is now, I think, 1,600 followers. Our YouTube channel is growing. I think there are many ways to interact with us and see what we are doing. But yeah, if you think we are missing something out or we miss out on something, feel free to tell us.
Cool. And there's another resource hub advertising here. DeFiLinks.io has got everything, all the links covered. But I think what you said, doing something for marketing material would be super awesome, because I missed on that out completely. Like, what are the corporate colors, logos, and all these things? But there's a very good question I see up there from somebody said, Mario said that. I think that's a really good one. He said, with all these measures that you plan, how do you avoid the impression that a central company is advertising its product? Because DeFiChain is all about decentralized, we cannot be attacked by anyone. Now a marketing team steps up. So how do you want to play that smart that we're not getting in trouble as a company in some way?
So there's obviously a legal implication on that. If we sign a contract with an agency, we're going to sign this as the Accelerator company. That is nothing we can avoid because this is how laws work. But the way we execute marketing, we keep ourselves and the brand Accelerator completely out. So we always market in the name of DeFiChain. If there is an article, it's not going to be promoted as Accelerator. And if people dive into that, they will figure out that there are people behind, but it's not our task to promote ourselves and to make ourselves like as a company of DeFiChain, which is not the case. But yeah, I think there's no other way to what we can do instead of just put like the DeFiChain badge on everything we have, and then yeah.
Cool. Like
Cool.
that. Sounds good.
Okay, Mark, I have to play a little bit a role of a timekeeper.
You're very
Time
good
is
at
running
doing
out.
this, I know.
Yeah, so I know Ben has to jump out.
Yeah, you want to wrap
nearly
it
half
up?
a-
You want to wrap it up, DC?
Not possible. Amazing project. 4 CFPs. First must be approved for the other ones. Amazing content. Read the Reddit posts. Have a look on the videos. It's not possible to summarize it in half an hour. A lot of details were shared. Join the team. It's amazing.
Yeah. Share some love, guys. Show the guys some love. I think they've done a good job. Give them a chance. I think I don't want to say they are our only hope, but they stepped really up and do something outstanding. A lot of people asked for marketing, not many did it. So I think, guys, keep fingers crossed. You've got a double thumb up from my side. I don't know how much that means, but all the best for the voting. I'm very
Thank you, guys.
confident. I'm really confident. I think I like what you put together, and thanks for coming and asking the tricky interview questions here. I hope it wasn't that painful. And everybody out there, thanks for watching. It was awesome to have you on some really good questions here. And yeah, and then hopefully, sorry, I'm playing around with the wrong button here. Lazar is shrinking already. Then we're gonna see you. Then we're hopefully gonna see you, DC, after the voting round again. And yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Cool. Thanks for having us, guys.
Cool. Yeah,
And
very
then
welcome.
Thanks
if
for
there
having
are
us.
questions
Yeah.
left, like you can send them wherever we are, Twitter, everywhere. Send us the questions. We will check the video later on if there are questions in the comments. And yeah. Don't worry.
Fantastic. Good. Then thanks for watching, guys. Have a great afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Bye.